Okay, so let's go ahead and do a post-Apple event reaction. Let me go ahead and give you guys some of my thoughts of everything that we saw here today from Apple. The event just ended, and I tried to do kind of a live reaction. The first one, I was kind of showing everything kind of full screen with the audio. That got shut down real quick. And then I tried to do another stream where I didn't really show the full screen, and I would, keep it muted the whole time. And even just showing parts of the event in real time got shut down. So we're not trying to get shut down here now, so we're not going to go ahead and stream anything. I'm just going to go ahead and pull up kind of the information on their website so that you guys can see, kind of what I'm seeing. And let's see here. Let me see if there's a way for me to minimize this a little bit. Let me try going like this. There we go. So you guys can see a little bit. Okay, so Apple Watch 7. My thoughts. Okay. I was disappointed. Here's why. We were expecting edges that looked a little bit more like this, like here, I'll pull off my battery pack, but we were expecting edges that looked nice and flat, similar to what we're getting on the iPad Pro devices and what we're getting on the new iPhones. The iPhone 12 Pro and all of the new iPhone 13s have this look. The new iPad Mini also has that look. And Apple is keeping with the Apple Watch 7, they're keeping with that rounded aesthetic, which honestly doesn't really match the rest of their ecosystem. It doesn't match any of their iPhones now, and it doesn't match what they're trying to do with most of their iPads. So we were expecting to have, again, this kind of flat edge, like what we've expected from the iPhones and the iPads, and they dropped this. Now, they tried to make this deal of like that it wasn't quite as rounded, and so that now it's a little bit bigger of a screen, and all of that's true, right? It's like, yeah, you are getting a brighter always-on display. You are getting a slightly larger display. All of that's true, but noticeably, they said some things that you should really pay attention to, especially if you use the Apple Watch as a fitness tracker like I do, and that is this. No improved battery life. They said 18 hours battery life. So that's what the existing Apple Watch Series 6 offers. No improvements over battery life, and that's no improvements over battery life of the Apple Watch Series 5 as well. So no improved battery life at all. We're not getting improved GPS life, at least they didn't mention that. So we're not getting a more efficient GPS chip. And in fact, in terms of biometric sensors that are on the watch, as far as we can tell, the biometric sensors that we're getting on the Apple Watch Series 7 are the identical same ones that we got on the Series 6. They did not mention improved heart rate accuracy, improved GPS accuracy, or any updates on any of those chipsets. So we're likely basically seeing it's really the Apple Watch Series 6S. It's an intermediate. We're not really getting the major upgrades that we would have liked to see from the Apple Watch 7. So that was probably the most disappointing thing for me. I was fully anticipating really, diving in on the Apple Watch 7, buying it, not just for review purposes, but for personal use. And now what I'm looking at is I'll probably buy it and review it. And unless there's something that I'm missing that's really stand out after my review, I'm probably going to return it and keep some of the other Apple products that I've got my eye on, which we'll talk about here in a minute. So the Apple Watch 7, kind of disappointed there. Same battery life, same GPS, same heart rate sensor, no new biometric features announced or talked about at all. Basically, they just made a big to-do about how it was a slightly larger display and that it was brighter. And then they really went into their ecosystem of all their health applications and stuff that you can use. But really, in terms of feature sets, we're not really seeing a whole lot more functionality over the Series 6 or even the Series 5. So that was disappointing. Okay. Let's talk about, though, something that I did like, and we'll apply that here, see if you guys can see that. Okay, so the iPad Mini. This is something that I actually was really happy to see. So the iPad Mini is not keeping the old aesthetic. It basically looks like they shrunk the iPad Pro down to mini size. It comes with USB-C, which is a huge win. Definitely, I'm glad that they're doing that. It's starts at $499, which isn't, I mean, that's expensive, but for a tablet, $500 is not a bad price point to start with. It also accepts, as you can see on the video here, let me see if I can blow it up a little bit. On the side, you've got the magnetic attachment for the Apple Pencil. So you get compatibility with the second generation Apple Pencil, which is great. I already have the iPad Pro with the second gen pencil, so it's great to see that they're including that feature as well. It's also got the wide angle front facing camera, which I've seen that on some of the more recent iPads. That lens, that front facing camera, it's incredibly sharp at 4K. It's a beautiful front facing camera, and it's wide angle and has the ability to track. That is a really, really cool feature that they're also including on the iPad Mini. So you really are getting in this iPad Mini a lot of basically it's like the 2018 or 2019 iPad Pro, like the big one, the 13-inch or 12.9-inch, shrunk down into mini size, and they're offering all of those features plus some software upgrades. So I was really happy to see that with the iPad Mini. It's a huge win, and at a $500 price point, I think it's a major winner, and I think that it's going to sell a lot of units. And in fact, as soon as I'm done with this live stream, I'm logging in and I'm going to buy that as well, because I think that's a huge win. Okay, let's talk about the iPhone, shall we? Okay, the iPhone is kind of, let me see here. We'll throw that on. We'll start. Yeah, we'll go there. Okay. So iPhone 13 Pro. We'll look at the 13 Pro. Since, let's see here. Are we looking at the Pro? Let's go to the 13 Pro. Okay. The 13 Pro, yeah, it's got some cool features. So we still have the Dolby HDR. We've got ProRes eventually coming. Now, that doesn't mean a lot to you who don't do video editing, but to have ProRes on a phone, so shooting on your iPhone and then editing in Final Cut Pro, that is a major feature for videographers. And the cinematic mode that they have, where it can rack focus between something close and something far away, that almost can't be understood. That is a huge leap forward. The cinematic mode with ProRes features, ProRes video coming, with Dolby HDR, when you combine those three things, you're getting really, really close to getting high-end DSLR features and quality on something that's this size. And that's really, really impressive. Now, of course, when they're showing you their demos that they've done with their iPhone 13 Pro, they're in ideal lighting situations, and they're using a lot of other accessories and stuff that we're just not going to have access to as a consumer. That said, just the cinematic mode, the ProRes, and the Dolby HDR features are great. And I also like that they went with on the 3 different camera modes. They changed it up a little bit. And on my camera mode here on my iPhone 12 Pro Max, we've got a 0.5, a 1 times, and a 2.5 times. Well, they went to a 3 times focus. So they have a lens that can zoom out there a little bit more before you're doing kind of a digital focus and begin to introduce some grain. So substantial upgrades on the iPhone 13 Pro. Now, what am I personally going to buy? Well, I'm probably going to buy the Apple Watch 7 just for review purposes. And again, I'll go back to that a little bit. There we go. Go back to the iPhone, or to the Apple Watch 7. So the Apple Watch 7, I'm probably going to buy that just for review purposes. I don't know that I'm going to keep it. I'll compare it against the Apple Watch Series 6 in the gym and while, running, riding my bike, doing some outdoor activities. I'll see how it compares. I don't really think that it's going to offer to me anything above and beyond what I already get from the Series 6. And so if that rings true, then I'll probably return it. I am going to buy the iPad Mini. That is specifically, I've been holding out for because I've been flying airplanes lately. For some of you may know that if you follow me like on Instagram. And so I've been pursuing my pilot's license just as kind of a bucket list thing. And so the iPad mini is something that a lot of pilots like to have. Their phones are a little bit too small, and a full-sized iPad is a little bit too big, but an iPad mini is just right to use as a knee board or mounting it on the dash someplace so that you can get some GPS information or screen information, or using your pencil to write and jot stuff down that's important while you're flying. So I'm going to be getting the iPad mini specifically for that, and I'm really happy to see all of the features that they've included on the iPad mini. I think that's a huge win, so I'm definitely going to be buying that as well, and keeping it, unlike the Apple Watch Series 7, or I keep saying Series 7, the Apple Watch 7, I'll probably be returning that, but I'm going to be keeping the iPad mini. The iPhone 13 Pro, I'm on the fence about. Let me get to that. Gosh, I don't know. Go to the Pro. I don't know. Let me, here, I'll do this. So, I mean, I really like that they're adding additional storage. That's great. The sizes are great. I'm happy with the Max. I've had my Max now for obviously a year, my 12 Pro Max. I bought it last year. I don't know. I'm so much on the fence with this. This is a feature. Okay, yeah, the macro lens. That's a feature that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, look at that. Like that's really cool. Even for product reviews, like getting close-ups of product reviews, that's something that I could potentially put to use. A little bit more zoom. It's more zoom, so that's okay. The shift focus feature here, this is what is really, really cool. So like tap to focus, that focus racking, that's a feature that I would love to have and have. You obviously get that kind of thing on a DSLR camera. You don't necessarily have, I haven't seen that done well on any phone yet. So it'll be really interesting to see how good that is. I'm on the fence about it. Anyways, on the fence about the iPhone, definitely getting the iPad mini, and the Apple Watch 7. Probably not. I'm going to get it just for review purposes, but probably not keeping it. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'm not able to see comments, by the way, right now. This was a rushed live feed, so I apologize if you've been commenting. I haven't been able to see any of those comments. But if you would like, go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll try to get to it after the fact. I just wanted to kind of upload quickly this video, give you guys my thoughts here live on the fly right after the event just aired, because they shut down my live reaction video that I had uploaded. So that's about it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, what you guys are interested in. If you were surprised about anything, disappointed about anything. I was pleasantly surprised about the iPad mini. I was shocked at how disappointing the Apple Watch 7 is, and the iPhone 13 Pro is about what I expected. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you're happy or sad or indifferent to the whole thing. But thanks for watching. My name is Eric, and I'm